Since the year 2000, this unassuming stretch of coast has revealed an impressive concentration of early Stone Age sites, including what's believed to be the earliest human footprints unearthed outside of Africa. So, where am I, and in whose ancient footsteps am I following? Find out in just a moment. On today's show, I help a couple who want to escape the hustle and bustle of urban life and enjoy the peace of the countryside, if they find the perfect house.
I don't know if I'd like this as a holiday home rather than a home.
With a variety of properties to show them, I'm hoping at least one of them will get the seal of approval.
Good.
Really good size.
I can't even think of another word apart from good. It's very good. It's good. It's good.
Today we're in Norfolk and I'm on its northern coast at Haysborough Beach. Now, like many parts of the UK, coastal erosion has become a real problem here, but has also led to some incredible archaeological discoveries. In May 2013, scientists came across a set of footprints, most likely from an early human species known as pioneer man, that are thought to date back over 800,000 years, meaning that man has been here in Britain even longer than previously thought. Now, sadly, the tide has swept those prints away, but it's exciting to think that I'm travelling in the footsteps of some of the first people to explore this beautiful land. Norfolk is one of England's most easterly counties, with 90 miles of varied coastline and award-winning beaches. Inland is one of the country's most famous waterways, the Broads National Park, a network of canals and lakes which cover over 300 square miles and stretch into neighbouring Suffolk. The clear waters are popular with both holiday makers and wildlife. Windmills are a common sight across the landscape, but there are other more unusual landmarks, such as St Benet's Abbey, which was founded around 1,000 years ago. All that survives today is the gatehouse and a wind pump, which was added in the 18th century. As one of England's most rural and sparsely populated counties, and with miles of walking routes through woodland, fields and along the coast, Norfolk is an attractive option for those seeking a peaceful retreat. Although a booming wool trade played a large part in Norfolk's prosperity for hundreds of years, today it's just one of a few counties where the population is actually lower now than it was at the beginning of the 14th century. So for those looking to move here and wanting a little bit of breathing space, you'll be pleased to know that the average price of a detached property is also lower, at £33,000 under the national figure. So it's peace and tranquility at a good price that's on the menu for today's buyers. Finance manager Julie and self-employed plumber John were first introduced 13 years ago.
We met through a friend of ours, my best mate actually.
The mutual friend said, "Oh, I've got a single mate, do you fancy meeting him?" And we did, and we sort of got on, and I haven't been able to get rid of him since.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
They currently live in Whiteleaf in Surrey, which is on a main train line into the heart of the capital and just a few miles from the M25.
It's not rural at all by any stretch of the imagination. There's a busy high street, and that's what we like, but we want to be just that little bit further away from shops and buses and trains and everything else. Now it's a change of lifestyle we're looking for, really.
Since 2006, Home has been a 3-bedroom semi-detached property, and over the years they've done quite a bit of work to it.
Nothing is impossible, and I keep saying nothing is impossible, although he might sort of say sometimes they are. But he does turn his hand to anything. The kitchen originally was on the other side of the house, and he's managed to get it to the side of the house that we wanted it to.
They have their hearts set on the coastline and countryside of North Norfolk, where they've enjoyed many holidays over the years. Their plan is to find a property which will allow them to pay off their mortgage and free up more time for hobbies and enjoying their new surroundings.
I think our life will be easier. I think John will reduce the workload.
And I want to get the car up and running again and get that done, and hopefully...
It's not just a car, is it? It's a limousine.
Well, yeah, it's a limousine.
It's an old-fashioned limousine he's got.
Yeah, and hopefully get out on my motorbike a bit more as well.
I want to learn to do curtains, I want to learn to make chutney and pesto and lots of different things like that.
And it's not just John and Julie who'll be making the move. Their 21-year-old son Jake will also be joining them, along with their beloved pets.
We have 2 dogs, Sonny and Valerie. Sonny's an older Labrador, so that's why we want the flatter garden. Valerie's a little Jack Russell cross who's a lot younger, a lot fitter. There probably will be more animals because Julie likes animals, so there's probably a rescue or some fostering to help out a rescue centre down in Norfolk.
So if we have half an acre or an acre of land, we could easily fit a cattery out there, and that would just be my dream, to sort of like do that and potter around with cats all day and everything else.
Living in the countryside has been their dream for a while, and they've decided that the time is right to make their escape.
We've got the chance to do something, let's just go and do it. To make that break, to do something different, give it a go. What have you got to lose, really?
Julie and John's preferred search area takes in places near the North Norfolk coast, along with the desirable location of the Broads. I'm meeting them to find out what they would like in their dream home. Well, John and Julie, lovely to meet you both.
Thank you.
And here we are in Norfolk, which is a county that you've come to many times on holiday, and you've loved it so much, you want to move here.
Norfolk is so flat and so beautiful, and it's just somewhere that we really want to be.
What are you looking for in the actual house itself?
Well, a minimum of sort of 3 bedrooms. Driveway would be really handy, and a garage. I've got a limousine that I want to restore.
So we've got the 3 bedrooms. What about downstairs? Are you a cook, a chef?
We love a big kitchen. We extended our last house to incorporate a massive kitchen, and that would be something that we would really look to do again or have there already. I'd love a dressing room even just to stick all my clothes, because Jonathan keeps moaning about all the wardrobe space.
You've
I
got
saw
so
her
many.
face light up at just talking about.
Oh, the dressing room, yeah, it's her dream.
It would just be lovely
Really?
just to go somewhere and just, you know, not have it all in the bedroom with you. So
I totally get
Exactly.
that. Now, obviously, you're moving to the countryside. How important is the location for you?
we don't want to be too isolated. We like to have some neighbours around. We don't want to be stuck in the middle of absolutely nowhere. But we don't want to be on top of everything and everybody. We're quite used to having quite a lot of space around us.
So let's remind ourselves how much we've got to spend with this move.
We're looking up to £400,000. That will be our max, and that will be for the perfect house.
So £400,000 to spend. We've done our homework. We've been looking for you. We do have some splendid properties lined up. So shall we get started?
Yes,
Indeed,
can't
yes.
wait.
For their budget of £400,000, John and Julie are after a country property with a minimum of 3 bedrooms. One of the biggest priorities is to have a larger kitchen. Off-road parking and a garage are also a must, along with a level garden. We've lined up a selection of wonderful rural properties, one of which will hopefully become their dream home. However, they won't find out the asking price of the properties until I reveal it at the end of each tour. Finally, our mystery house will certainly catch their eye, but will it capture their hearts? Putting the location at the top of our agenda, we're beginning our search in one of the prettiest areas of the Broads, the historic village of Horning. Dating back to the time of King Canute, this charming village is located between the River Bure and the River Ant. Despite having a population of only around 1,000, the village benefits from a whole host of amenities, including a post office, newsagents, butchers, along with several pubs and restaurants. It also boasts other attractions, including marinas and boat hire facilities. The property I'm showing them is around 1 mile outside the village centre. So here is our first property for you.
I'm pleasantly surprised, actually, with that.
Yeah.
Here we are in Norfolk, one of the flattest counties in the whole of the UK, and the first property I show you has 4 steps leading up to the front door.
We can deal with that one, Nikki.
That's all right, is it?
Yeah, we don't need crampons to get up there, so that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Good, because it is a beautiful spot.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Ready to take a look inside?
Yes, indeed.
Come on. This immaculate semi-detached property was originally part of a Victorian dairy and would have been home to the dairy manager. As well as a double garage, the cottage benefits from a large driveway, which will be more than adequate for John's vehicles. The property has been sympathetically extended by the current owners. We're entering through the reception hall into the original part of the house to explore the kitchen. So come on through. Now, the kitchen isn't perhaps the largest of kitchens.
No.
Ours is a lot bigger.
Yeah, well, you know, I was thinking, because you've extended yours relatively recently, it's that adjustment, isn't it? But what do you think?
Initially, I say it's not an issue not being as big as what we've got. It's very light.
It's workable.
It's not tiny, yeah, it's definitely workable.
And then through there you actually have a downstairs bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
So that can be handy when you've got guests, and also, well, you'll see a little bit more as we go on. So the kitchen is workable?
Yes,
definitely workable.
Good. Let's see what you make of next door.
Okay.
So we've just walked through, I'm going to say a small dining room, which is rather lovely in itself.
Yes.
Yep.
Into the living room. However, if you wanted to, you could actually open it up and make it just one big reception room.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
It's got a nice feel to it. It is smaller than I'd imagine.
Cottagey.
But yes, yes. I don't know if I'd like this as a holiday home rather than a home.
You'd rather it was a
That's the
holiday
feeling
home.
I'm getting, yeah.
Because this property's been extended, they actually put the master bedroom in downstairs.
Okay. Oh,
So you could live all on one level. Let's see what you think.
Okey-doke.
So as you walk through, you can see you had a utility room, and then you come into, well, the master wing, if you like, with its own ensuite.
Right. It's a lovely room. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Surprising. It's a shame this isn't upstairs.
Yes. I think it works really well as a master, especially looking out onto those views and having access to the garden.
Yeah.
It's whether you want to have a bedroom on the ground floor.
It's a bit of a
That's something to
strange
think
one.
about, isn't it? Yeah, but it is a lovely outlook.
The cottage's 3 other bedrooms all lead off the upstairs landing. In addition to 2 similar single rooms, there's also a double bedroom with a built-in wardrobe. The cottage faces southwest, and due to the size of the garden and the lack of surrounding trees and buildings, it benefits from sunlight throughout the day. The land also includes a detached barn, which previously had planning permission granted for a single bedroom with a kitchen diner, so could provide a business opportunity. So this property is just inside the Broads National Park, and if you actually look behind us, you can see the River Ant. But in total, your grounds come to about 1/3 of an acre.
Okay.
So you've got this garden here that, again, is pristine, beautifully landscaped.
It is beautiful.
definitely.
So you have done a little bit of research in this area. I wonder how you're going to get on with guessing the price.
I'm going to go for 380,000.
OK. John?
No, I thought a little bit less, about 350.
The current owners are looking for offers around £410,000.
Really?
That does, well, I suppose yes. Yes and no. OK.
I think it's worth you having a little wander around on your own.
Yes,
And I'll
thank you.
see you when you're
Thank
ready.
you.
Thank you. It is a great cottage. I think I just got that sense walking around with them. It was slightly small. They're used to a bigger property, and I can understand that. But it is a great start in a prime location. So, yeah, definitely worth seeing. Nudging £10,000 over budget, this extended character cottage delivers on paper in terms of its desirable Broads location. It provides 4 bedrooms along with a good-sized kitchen and 2 reception rooms. As well as plenty of off-road parking and the requested garage, the grounds include a barn with development opportunities.
This would be great
Yeah, it's good space.
for your limo, for your bike, or you want to
tools.
convert,
Yeah.
holiday let, or even a cattery.
Yeah, that would do.
got-
That would work.
Oodles of potential.
Definitely. Downstairs is immaculate. Garden's immaculate. Could do with a little bit more space.
It's obviously a well-loved home, and it's got lots and lots of features that we do love.
So that's our very first property. Price barometer's slightly out.
Possibly, yes, we can rejig that.
But a good start, we think, with that one?
Absolutely good start, yeah.
Good start.
Really pleased to see it. It was an immaculate house, yeah.
Let's see how we get on with the next one.
Okay.
If the move to Norfolk does allow them to scale down their working hours, John and Julie have expressed an interest in helping out with rescue animals, so they're keen to discover more about animal welfare in the area and opportunities for them to get involved. With that in mind, we've arranged for them to visit Hillside Animal Sanctuary in Frettenham, which is home to over 3,000 animals who have had to be rescued, rehomed or rehabilitated. The sanctuary covers 2,000 acres and was opened by Wendy Valentine in 1995. Wendy runs it with John Watson, who has kindly volunteered to show our couple around.
We've got lots of animals here. We've got over 2,000 horses, 500 sheep and goats, 400 cows, 300 pigs, lots of smaller animals like rabbits, hens and ducks and dogs as well. It's a massive challenge raising the funds to look after these animals. We do rely entirely on public donations. We're lucky to have fantastic supporters who I think share our vision of the way animals should be treated.
I see you have some foals in the paddock here. Did they come in as rescues or were they born here?
The mares you can see are from a stray horse pound and they were pregnant when we rescued them and were lucky enough to give birth at the sanctuary. And it's one of the things that makes you realise you're doing something that needs to be doing, and you know that they would have been shot or put to sleep if we hadn't been able to take them in.
The animals are lucky to have been rescued into this environment, and John and Julie are eager to see more of the farm.
Why do you see so many of these animals coming into you?
There are so many reasons. Sometimes people can't afford them anymore. Sometimes they don't want them anymore. The animal may have an injury, and perhaps if it's a horse, it can't be ridden. And of course, horses are getting dumped all across the country. Stray horses are being left fly grazing. We just try and give them as a nicer life as we can. We give them the sanctuary life here, and they can just live out their days, really, together with the friends they come in with.
The farm also has a rescue kennel which looks after around 40 dogs at any one time. Those which can't be rehomed live permanently in a quiet area of the sanctuary. With so much work to be done, experienced dog handlers like John and Julie are very welcome to volunteer for tasks such as dog walking. Kennel Supervisor Holly Melton explains more.
So how many times do you have to take them out? Or how many times do you try to take them out?
So basically, because we haven't got a huge amount of staff, we have exercise paddocks instead.
Yeah.
So we have 6 paddocks and we rotate the dogs every 15 minutes. So every single dog, we try to get them out 3 or 4 times a day for 20 minutes at a time.
So how difficult is it to rehome rotties like these?
They have to go as a pair because they're brothers. We'd never think about separating them because Troy is totally dependent on Hector. And obviously all of the bad press about dogs like these, Staffies, Rottweilers, Dobermans, it makes it a lot harder to rehome them because people come in and they're like, oh, we don't want those kind of dogs. But, you know, you guys have met these two and they are the sloppiest dogs in the world.
Well, thanks for showing us around.
Hopefully we'll see you again for another walk.
Yes.
We'll give you some different ones next time.
OK, cool.
The sanctuary's work has hopefully given Julie and John an insight into how they could meaningfully spend their free time when they moved to Norfolk. Time now, though, to return to our house hunt. For our next property, we're travelling to the small village of Heckingham in the south of the county. Heckingham lies on the outskirts of Loddon, which in 2005 won the Village of the Year for the East region. Its 15th century Holy Trinity Church was funded by Sir James Hobart, who lived locally and served as Attorney General to Tudor King Henry VII. The village's practical amenities include pubs and shops, along with a convenience store and post office. House number 2 is a 5-minute drive from the high street and set on a quiet lane. And here is our second offering.
OK.
Nice.
Yes, looks all right. Nice long drive, that's good.
Is that the first thing that strikes you?
Me, yeah. Like, I'm thinking about my car all the time.
And what about the bike?
Yeah, that fit in the garage, that's all right.
Yeah, I was already spot on. I don't even have to say, do I, that there's a garage? That's it.
No,
sold.
spotted.
OK, let's work on you, Julie. What do you think of my house?
It looks nice from the outside, yeah. It does. It's got a nice frontage area, nice front garden.
Let's hope the house delivers as well for you. Let's take a look.
OK.
John and Julie's first impression of this 1930s detached family home seems fairly positive. So let's hope the interior builds on that. As we make our way inside, there's a dual aspect dining room on the right, but we're going to begin our tour in the larger sitting room on the left.
I'm not particularly a beamy person, I have to say, but they're not low beams, so they do add to the room.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice big room.
The house actually isn't that old. It's built in the 1930s.
Okay.
And they've opened it up, as you can see.
Yeah.
So it does give you that feeling of space, dual aspect. You've got your wood burner there.
Yes, it's a nice room.
Yeah.
And with the family, I suppose it appeals having one sitting room and then perhaps having another one if someone wants to chill or listen to music or do something different.
Yeah, we can use it as a little snug or an office or something. Yeah, definitely. That
My
would work.
craft room.
Your craft room.
My chutney pouring room.
Oh,
anything.
She's already got it.
Yeah.
You've got the garage. That's the deal.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Very good start.
Yeah,
nice
good
from the
start.
outside.
Yeah.
This is ticking boxes at the moment, definitely. Yeah.
I'm liking the reaction so far. May it continue.
Okay.
The remainder of this L-shaped sitting room could provide the space Julie would like for her hobbies, including curtain making. It leads on to the conservatory with views of the garden and also the all-important kitchen.
It's a nice kitchen. Again, it's not as big as what we have now, but I think that might be a near-on impossibility.
Yeah. But it's big enough.
But it's nice. It's nice and light. The windows are lovely.
It's bright as well. It's not dark. It's not enclosed. It's a nice space.
Yeah.
This house has many rooms
Okay.
because through there you've sort of got to walk through a utility room,
Right.
downstairs shower room, plus a boot room, which at the moment has been devoted to the animals,
Okay.
which could work really well.
Oh, yeah, that would work
For
well
your
for us.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
No, it's very nice.
It's nice.
And then obviously there's those outbuildings. Stop looking at them. That comes later.
I could just see it in the.
I know. I can see your eyes. Like, oh, outbuilding, garage.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, there's a glint in my eye because I've still got more to show you in this house.
Okey doke.
The downstairs rooms are certainly appealing to our couple, and upstairs really delivers with 4 bedrooms in total. At the top of the stairs is a double bedroom, which overlooks the front garden. Next to it is a good-sized family bathroom, which has been modernised by the current owners and includes a separate shower and stylish freestanding bath. Across a landing are 2 further bedrooms, and at the rear of the property is the bright dual aspect main bedroom with built-in wardrobes.
This is lovely. The windows are lovely. It's very light.
Yeah, dual aspect's good.
It's big. It's really spacious. Fit a couple of dog beds in. Maybe they'll sleep in them rather than on the bed.
Won't. No.
You never know.
The other thing you can always do is the additional bedroom that you might not need, you can make that into a walk-in wardrobe.
Oh, don't give her too many ideas.
Good thinking, Nikki. I like it.
We've got to stick together.
Yeah.
Open the door,
Typical.
or your clothes, or your shoes.
Where do I put my stuff?
That little bit at the corner.
Yeah, you don't need it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You could do. So it's either a craft room or a walk-in wardrobe with a sofa bed and...
Well, so the options are there.
So inside's working for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see what outside has in store. Thank you. The house is surrounded by a well-maintained mature garden, which appears to have been looked after by animal lovers who have restored 2 pigsties, creating a ready-made home for Julie's potential rescue animals. Most importantly for John, it also includes a large workshop. Through the beaded curtain, and finally, our garden. I've tempted you enough with it, haven't I?
You have, yes. It's a nice size.
It's nice, flat.
Flat is good.
Yes.
That is good. With the all-important outbuildings.
Yes.
Ideal for you.
Yes.
The workshop.
Would be ideal. Get all my tools in there, out the way, store it all nicely. Should just have about enough space to get the limousine in there as well to sort that out.
Is this garden big enough?
Possibly.
Maybe. The house is better
Probably-
than the garden.
Probably
Yeah.
do with a little bit more.
All comes down to budget, really, doesn't it?
It does, it does.
Which is going to lead me nicely on to guess the price.
Right.
You went first last time,
Yes, I did.
didn't you?
I think it's John's turn this
John.
time.
My turn, is
Yeah,
it?
what are we thinking for our second property?
I'm thinking it's probably close to the top of our budget, so I reckon in about the 385, 390 mark.
Right.
I'm going to go, because I was so out last time, I'm going to say 399,950.
OK. The asking price for this property is £425,000.
Oh dear.
Now, they are happy to have a conversation with you, but it just gives you an idea, doesn't it? Property 1 and property 2.
It does.
Yeah.
And we're not showing you acres of land either.
No.
That's the thing to consider. It's the land versus the house within your budget.
Yeah, definitely.
But definitely worth showing you this property.
Oh, definitely.
And I think we should send you off in that direction, John. All right.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
later. Although this 4-bedroom family home is over budget at £425,000, the vendors are open to negotiation. The kitchen, their most important living space, got good reactions, and the outbuildings are perfect for John, but it remains to be seen whether this property is the one for them.
OK, nice space.
Good sized bedroom with double windows.
Good for Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and
Lovely.
light and
Yeah.
bright. That'll work.
I really like this house more than the first one. The rooms are much bigger. There's much more potential upstairs. There's 4 bedrooms. It definitely had a nice feel to it. I could see us living here.
The property's really nice. Could do a little bit more of a garden. Would be nice if it was a bit bigger. It is a bit pricey where we are, so we might have to think about a different area or a slightly different location and take it from there.
So that is it for today. You've seen our 2 properties.
Yeah.
And I think, would it be fair to say Norfolk has slightly surprised us when it comes to budgets?
I think so.
There's a bit, yeah.
It's definitely been a bit of an eye-opener on budget side, yeah.
The good news is we've got another property to show you tomorrow. Of course it is the Mystery House.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Let's hit the road.
Excellent.
I'm house hunting in the beautiful Norfolk countryside with John and Julie from Whiteleaf in Surrey. With their budget of £400,000, they're looking for a home to house their family and pets, as well as outbuildings for John's car restoration. They've appreciated elements of the first 2 properties, but can our mystery house surpass their expectations?
Interesting, actually.
Yes.
It's not what you'd expect from the outside at all.
No.
And I sampled some of the county's local colour in a rather unexpected way. Now, I like that. We certainly had an interesting day yesterday with John and Julie, but sadly, I don't think either of the homes quite hit the spot. Today, we continue with our house search because, of course, we have the mystery house to show them. And with this one, you definitely get more bang for your buck. So we are on our way to the mystery house.
Yes.
What have I got up my sleeve?
Dread to think. Probably similar to what we've seen, but I think it might need a bit of work.
Do you?
It might be a project house,
Yeah, I
mightn't it?
think
Yeah,
it might
could
be,
be.
yeah.
Last thought of the day before I show it to you?
Excited to see.
Yeah?
Excited, very excited.
Yeah,
to
can't wait,
see.
actually.
Yeah.
Well, we're still talking. Let's see how we get on in a couple of hours. Our mystery house is in the village of Southrepps and is our closest property to the coastal villages of Haysborough and Cromer, where John and Julie's love for this county began. Living in Southrepps itself will put them at the heart of a vibrant community, with events such as concerts, horticultural shows and social club get-togethers taking place at the church, village hall and local pub. There are also bowls and football clubs. Our last offering is just a short stroll from all the action. So our final property is, of course, the mystery house.
Yep.
And here it is.
It's very well kept.
Yeah.
Nice big drive.
There's a nice big garage, so I spotted that straight away.
Yeah, which we know is important.
Yes.
How do you both feel about living in the centre of a village?
Yeah, no, it should be good, yeah.
I'm quite happy with it because they're not the centre of busy villages. It's still relatively peaceful and quiet compared to where we're used to.
Yeah.
So you don't mind? Because that's one of the reasons we picked this house, because we are in the centre. You've got the shops nearby, you've got a pub, post office.
Okay.
We're also very close to your favourite beach, as well as
Excellent.
Cromer. And hopefully the mystery house Well, it could be the one to do it.
Could be.
Should we have a little look around?
Yes, why not?
I'm glad the central village location hasn't put them off, because the inside of our 1930s mystery house, which is semi-detached, has been extended downstairs to provide the kind of living space I think John and Julie are looking for. Located off the main entrance hall is the original sitting room, which leads into a new reception area. Now, the current owners, the way they live their lives, and with the family, it's easier to have it as two.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, if you wanted to, you could actually knock it out.
Yeah.
And make
Take
it
the
into
wall out.
one.
Yeah.
And then you have access outside onto the garden as well.
It's interesting, actually.
Yes.
It's not what you'd expect from the outside at all.
No. It's
Really
got a bit
isn't.
of a TARDIS going on.
Yeah.
It's deceiving, isn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Thank you. Off the hallway is a large study, but as far as the interior goes, it's the next room, which I think just might seal the deal.
This is good.
This is what I wanted to show
This is
you.
good.
This is a good size.
This is a good.
really good size.
I can't even think of another word apart from good. It's very good. It's good.
It's good.
It's good. That's it.
John?
Yeah. No, it's
good.
fantastic.
It's got a lovely feel to it. It's
Hasn't it?
so
Nice and big.
different, and it's got
This house makes me smile.
Yes, it's got that feeling. It's a happy house.
It is a feel-good factor to it.
Yeah.
And we know the large kitchen is close to your heart.
Yes,
All the work you've
definitely.
done on your current home. Very difficult to go back when you're used to having a big space. Another reason we selected this property for you.
Nice big
and
space.
it also has a utility room next door.
Oh,
Excellent.
that's even better.
Yeah.
And then through the utility room, you have a downstairs shower room. It's a wet room as well.
Okay.
Well, it's going well so far. I'm going to drag you away from this wonderful room and see what you make of upstairs.
Okey-doke.
Our mystery house has 3 bedrooms, the first of which is located on the ground floor and is large enough for a double bed as well as a study area. Compared to downstairs, the upper layout is largely unchanged. From the landing, there's a small guest room along with a family bathroom. And finally, the spacious main bedroom.
No, it's a nice room.
Yeah.
Got quite a big piece of furniture, so it's not tiny.
Yeah, no, it's
You
not a
know.
small room. But yeah, it would work.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The downstairs is better than the upstairs.
Yes.
Most of the time is spent downstairs, so
Yeah.
good space.
It is. It's a good space. And I think that's what we're learning as we're coming around and seeing these houses with you on the house hunt, that you actually want quite a large house, don't you?
Yeah.
Without forgetting your needs, you know, in the garden and also with the garage.
Yeah.
So let's see how we get on with what we've selected with the mystery house. From the garden, the extended part clearly shows off that extra sitting room and generous kitchen. There's a patio area which would be great for family barbecues and a long garden providing plenty of space for the family pets. While the garage isn't huge, it benefits from a workshop and one unusual addition, which I think John will be especially excited about. Now, I know we've slightly struggled with getting you a very large garden. I mean, these are large gardens, let's be honest.
They are, yes.
Current owners have chickens. You might spy them all around next to this
Yeah.
willow tree. But if you go right to the very back of this garden, into a point, there's actually a chicken coop and a chicken run down there. So it's deceiving. The garden is larger than it looks.
It's a nice garden. It's a nice setting.
Great. Well, let's hope you like the price as well. Now, we haven't had too much success in this region, have we?
have we?
So, final time, mystery house. What are we thinking when it comes to the price?
I'm thinking it is still going to be the top end of our budget. So I'm thinking about the £400,000 mark.
Okay.
I think it's going to be over our budget again, and I'm going to go for 420.
It is the mystery house, so it's always something a little bit different, isn't it? Not only are we in a village, but it's also under your budget.
Really?
The asking price is £340,000.
Wow.
That is surprising.
Okay.
That is surprising.
That's definite food for thought.
That definitely is, yeah. And that leaves us some money as well to
to do the couple
possibly
of
do
bits and
bits,
pieces.
that we've said, knocking walls down.
Definitely.
And in a way, to do to this home what you've done with your last one, to make it right for you.
Yes,
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
You've got the foundations here, so I think you should take another look at the property.
All right,
Thank you very much.
Have a look around. Thank you. So happy, because one of the reasons we picked this property is its price. It is so under the budget, and the other houses have been either on or over. It does need a little bit of work, but it is a fabulous home. It's got a good-sized garden, it's got the garage, it also has the location that they adore. Coming in a comfortable £60,000 under budget, our mystery house has 3 bedrooms and that large kitchen John and Julie asked for. Granted, it's set right in the centre of a village, but does provide off-road parking, a garage with workshop and a generous garden plot.
Good space.
Workshop?
Workshop, yeah.
Okay,
Seems to be a pit
okay.
though, working on the
Oh,
cars.
an inspection
That'd be
pit.
really handy. Really
That
handy.
would be handy for
Yeah.
you and for Jake.
Yeah, for me.
Jake would love that. The mystery house is fantastic. The kitchen particularly just blew us away. It's been done really well. It's a really lovely, feel-good, happy home.
The mystery house has worked out near enough perfect. The upstairs is a little bit small, but we can work with that because we spend most of our time downstairs anyway. And the garden, it's long enough, could do a bit wider, but we can work with it. The bonus is the garage and the pit. Perfect for me.
I think it's always good to end a house hunt on a mystery house that gets you thinking, and the added bonus of being way under budget as well.
Absolutely, yes.
So now you two need some time to have a think, and then we need to chat, don't we?
Yeah,
do,
yeah.
yes.
OK, let's go. As Norfolk's farming landscape changes throughout the year, summer sees part of the countryside turn a delicate shade of purple. Although lavender has its roots in the Mediterranean and was brought here during the Roman invasion, the plant now flourishes in Norfolk, where the free-draining sandy soil and climate make it the perfect place for the flower to thrive. The Norfolk lavender site at Caley Mill is world-renowned, and I've come to these fragrant fields to meet tour guide manager Lynn Shannon. How long has the farm here in Norfolk been producing lavender?
Since the early 1930s, our founder was a man called Linnaeus Chilvers. He'd been travelling in France and he'd seen lavender growing there. He came back with a burning desire to grow lavender on a commercial scale. In about 1932, with the help of 3 men and a boy, they planted 20,000 lavender plants at the cost of £18. That was the labour. And once that was successful, he then eventually had Caley Mill as his headquarters and 50 acres on the Sandringham estate as well.
So many of us grow lavender in our gardens. What's the best way of keeping it, and when should we cut it back?
Lavender needs to be in free-draining soil, like here. It doesn't like anything rich and luscious. It doesn't need to be watered. So once the plant is established in your garden, then don't water it, don't feed it. And all you have to do at the end of the season, and we're heading that way now, look down into the plant like this, and you can see all these new shoots growing. Cut down to here. So as you cut down to those nice little shoots, and next spring they will be your flowering shoots.
Well, let's hope if we follow your instruction, we're going to have lavender that looks like this next year. Since 1937, the farm has been home to the National Collection of Lavender and holds over 100 varieties of the plant.
To hold the National Collection, you have about 4 plants of each variety. And if one plant dies, then you have to propagate from the others to make sure you get a plant that is of the same type.
Am I allowed to pick?
Yes, of course.
I didn't out in the field, but I've got to here, really, haven't I? Oh. Does the smell vary from plant to plant?
Not really. You wouldn't notice it in your garden. The difference is whether you want to have a taller plant or a shorter plant. Intermedias tend to be taller with these long stems, and the angustifolias tend to be shorter with the little fat bottlebrush heads.
As well as the beautiful appearance and fragrance, the flowers also produce a surprisingly versatile oil.
So here we are in the distillery. Daniel's distilling today, and this is the harvest behind us here.
How exactly do you get the oil from the lavender?
Well, what we do is the lavender in this pile here will go into this large container, and then steam will be pushed into the bottom of that container. The steam will then rise through the lavender, causing the oil to evaporate from the flower heads. Then it all condenses down this large pipe here, run into the separating tank, where the oil, because it's less dense than water, it will just float to the top. And then once the level gets up to here, we can just tap off the oil into the jug here.
And that's the finished product, that's the oil?
Yes, it is, it is. Would you like to have a smell of it?
I'd love to. It smells slightly differently from when I'm actually rubbing the flower head itself.
Yes, yeah, we have to leave it for 2 years before we actually do anything with it, because it will mature in that time, and then you'll get back that lavender scent.
Lavender oil has been around for literally centuries. Where does the word lavender come from? Do we know?
It comes from the Latin lavandum.
Meaning?
To wash.
Which brings us nicely to the medicinal properties or the uses for lavender oil.
You can use it for insect stings, for bee stings and wasp stings, minor burns. You know, if you catch your arm on the iron or the cooker, if you treat it with lavender oil, it will heal much quicker and leave no scarring.
Smells gorgeous. I'm sure it tastes even more divine. Am I able to sample just a little bit?
Yes, we've got some fudge here and some liqueur as well.
Oh. Now look at the colour. Just have a little sip. Now, I like that. But it's subtle.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot. Got to try them both, OK. And again, it's not overpowering.
No, it's quite subtle.
I didn't think I was going to say this on a farm, but cheers, Lynn. Thank you very much. So we've shown John and Julie our 3 properties here in Norfolk, but have they been convinced enough to make the move? Let's find out. Well, we've thoroughly enjoyed showing you around Norfolk. A variety of homes as well.
Yep.
All quite different.
Very, very different ones, yeah.
I'm going to cut straight to the quick. Is there a favourite?
You can
Mystery house.
Mystery house, yeah, definitely.
Definitely the mystery house.
Yes.
What is it about the mystery property that it works for both of you?
It's the location. The kitchen particularly was to die for. I think, and it just had such a lovely feel to it. It really felt as if you could just move in, take your time doing whatever you needed to do to it. Had a nice garden with the lovely chickens. It just had such potential.
How close did we actually get with the mystery? Is it going to be a second viewing?
It could well be a second viewing. I think we have to talk about it.
Yeah, we need to talk about
but
it.
yeah, it could well be a potential second viewing.
Obviously, we're hoping that you're going to go for the mystery house for that second viewing. You never know, be keeping everything crossed. Let us know how you get on, won't you?
We will.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nikki.
Thank you.
So it feels like with our mystery house, we may have found John and Julie a place that they can really make their own. Here's hoping the second viewing goes well and that they successfully escape to the country. That's it from me, from a rather beautiful Norfolk. I'll see you again soon. If you would like to escape to the country in England, Wales, Northern Ireland or Scotland and would like our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/Be On A Show.